Dr. Matt here with Empowerment Inc. We have been helping to empower people now for 40 something years. My dad founded the company back in 1982, and we just really love to help people on their path, to help them level up, to help them become more empowered as individuals. I mean, that's why the name of the company is Empowerment Inc. And a big question that I get all the time is NLP manipulation. You know, it's a major thing that we teach. It's a big part of all the things that we share with individuals. And that's a common question that I get. And I kind of want to take this a little bit slower and just go really in depth with this because it's an important conversation. So I had started teaching when I was in my 20s. I started teaching back in 1998. And one of my very first experiences as a teacher was with a student whose baggage came up during the training. That's natural. Things like that happen all the time. Baggage can happen. You can just be there and be like, okay, I'm here for personal growth, and yet my stuff comes up. That's natural. It happens. He was so unbelievably lit up. He was so grumpy about certain things that I was saying. I was talking about the fact that baggage is bad for you, that letting go of your negative emotions is a good thing. And he's like, negative emotions are good. And I'm like, no, baggage isn't. Negative emotions are good. When my father passed away 3 years ago, I had sadness. I had sadness come up. That's natural. That's good. That's a part of the grieving process. I just did a webinar on grieving. That's okay. I said to him, baggage isn't good. And he just, it so lit him up. Now, this is the 90s. Nowadays, I don't get people that get grumpy about the concept of baggage and baggage being bad. It's just, that doesn't happen anymore. And what you have, though, is you have people that look at what we're talking about, the teachings and the information, they go, what's the intent behind it? That's a big question, right? So this guy who got all lit up with me back in 1998, maybe it was 99, somewhere around there, I made a goal. I said, I want to make this field a more legitimate field, a better place. And so I set out to go get a doctorate degree. I became a doctor of integrative psychology. And I was in my ethics class. It was one of the very last classes that we had. And the teacher up in front of the room, she was amazing, an incredible professor. And she said, you all about to embark on a career of helping individuals one-on-one. You're going to help them out now. And she said, a lot of people think that psychology is manipulation, like getting you to think a certain way, getting you to behave a certain way. She said, it really isn't. And she goes, I know I'm preaching to the choir because you're all about to be doctors and you're all about to be graduates. She said, let's help you students, let's help all of you learn how to have this discussion. So I perked up. I got my pen out. I'm ready to take some notes. And she goes, what is manipulation? What is it? My hand went up. A lot of hands went up. She didn't call on me. Someone else got called on, and they said, trying to get someone to do something that they don't want to do. And she said, perfect, great definition. She didn't want a textbook definition. She didn't want anything other than just plain English. What is manipulation? Trying to get someone to do something that they don't want to do. She said, okay, so who's the person with the intention? Who is the person that is holding on to the intention? Well, the person responded with the speaker. She said, okay, so let's label manipulation as the speaker, the person who's talking, is running their agenda. Are you all good with that? And everyone was like, yeah, I'm good. I was good with that. She said, cool. What's influence? I took a deep breath because I was like, I know where she is going with this. It was so good. She goes, what's influence? People raised their hand. Someone else got called on. They said something. She asked for another person. They said something. Finally, someone said, you're trying to help someone do something that they want to do. And she said, okay, awesome. Very similar to manipulation. There's one big difference. Who's running the agenda? Who's running the agenda? And I took a deep breath and I went, wow, that's powerful. She said, you see, all communication can be manipulation. All of it can be. All communication can be inspiration. It's what's the agenda. You see, NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, is the study of excellence in communication. Excellence. Not manipulation, not inspiration, excellence. How to become an incredible communicator. I actually wanted my daughter, when she was young, to come take NLP, and she did. I never forced either of my kids to come take NLP. They did that on their own. I think she was in 5th grade when she came to do her prac training. And a part of why I wanted her there is that people in middle school can become manipulative. It's called peer pressure. Hey, you should do this. I don't want to. You have to. If you don't, we won't be friends, or you won't be at the cool table. I needed her to be able to identify that and to be able to hold still and be congruent in who she is. My daughter, shout out to my girl, she turned 18 today, October 23rd, it's her birthday. She's 18 now, and incredible. She came and took the training, and it helped her to understand what manipulation is, because she needs to be able to navigate it. And I taught her in that training, and later on we talked about it multiple times. If I'm talking to you about NLP and you're here on this YouTube live and you have subscribed to my channel, then you want things that are about excellence in communication, how to become more empowered, how to be a better individual. Well, if all of a sudden I switch and go, here's why you should invest in Bitcoin, or here's why the NBA is better than the NFL, you're gonna be like, wait, hold up, that's not what I signed up for. That takes it into manipulation. You see, you're here to be inspired, I hope, with NLP topics, with HUNA topics. If you are, subscribe to the channel, get more information for sure, 100%. If you're not, then move on, because I want to make sure that people are here, that they want to learn the things that I want to share. So I say in groups all the time, if you're sitting here in front of me and I say, here's how to be a better communicator, and I start giving you concepts on NLP, I start giving you ideas of how to be a better communicator with NLP, then that's called being inspirational. If all of a sudden I switch and I start talking about gambling and betting, and that's not why you're here, I said, then that's manipulation. So NLP in and of itself is communication. How do you communicate in an excellent way? How do you get really, really good at communication? So what you have to do, those of you who've been trained by me or anybody else, is you have to remember, it's your agenda and not theirs. That's manipulation. It's their agenda and yours. That's influence. Even with my clients, I ask them, do you want me to share with you some ideas that can help you out with this? And if they say yes, then I'm being inspirational. So NLP, all the techniques that you've learned, psychology, HUNA, whatever it is, cannot be manipulation. Manipulation is, where is the agenda? That's what you got to ask yourself. So challenging any of you out there that have learned this stuff earlier, if you want to be inspirational, make sure the person you're talking to wants to fucking hear what you're talking about. It's that plain and simple. That simple. Do they want to hear what you're talking about? Because if they don't, then you're going to begin to move into the area of manipulation. And if they do, then you're inspirational. Okay? Hope that helps. Look forward to seeing you all next week. I'll be in Phoenix. Oh man, we're running our master level events in Phoenix. Those of you who are thinking about getting there, you still got some time. We're going to be in Phoenix running our master level events. If you like what you heard, subscribe to the channel, lock that in, go to nlp.com to see where our future events are, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Ahui.